welcome to the Kitchen Barista. My name is Jawad. Today I'm here to give you 10 really essential tips to help you brew awesome espresso. These tips will start from the very ground up and will help you really understand the knowledge and the technical requirements to get to that level where you brew that awesome coffee, and I'm here to help you do that. To brew really awesome coffee, let me show you what setup I'll be using today. The espresso machine I'll be using is the recently released Frothing Jump. It is a heat exchanger machine, which means you can brew your coffee and steam milk at the same time. This really makes life super easy because you don't have to wait in between brewing your shot and steaming your milk. And of course you have a shot timer, which it's all displayed on the screen and makes your life a lot easier. Gives you all the visibility you need to brew that awesome coffee. Next up, I'll be using the Eureka Zero AP65 recently released grinder. It is a single dose grinder, and this time around in this newer generation you have this king dial, which makes it super easy to get to the 0 point, which is essential to dialing in your grinder. They have this new design of the dosing cup and it fits so well. You're not gonna get clumps of ground coffee all over your counter because everything will end up in your dosing cup. And of course 65, which means 65 millimeters flat burrs, which flat burrs are essential for espresso. And of course, you know the Eureka design. Just take your portafilter, the dosing cup will fit in perfectly well every time. Makes life super easy and not complicated. And one thing that makes life really easy is using these pre-weighted beans. This is the MSW 3 Bomber Energy tubes that you can buy from our website. Tip number 1, make sure to use fresh coffee. You're looking at a time frame of a month. That's where these specialty single origin roasted coffee, they really retain the best flavors when you bring the espresso. Make sure you look at the roast date and the roast level. If you're still working on developing your taste palette, then you can buy commodity coffee. There are very well-known big brands out there. There's Lavazza, Maicoro, Segafredo, Chuchillo. These beans are all roasted in Italy. They're imported all the way here. These are beans that are produced at a large commercial scale, so you're gonna get consistent quality every time. Just make sure to check the best before date on these bags. The specialty bags you'll get a roasted on date, and on these bags, the commodity bags, you'll get a best before date. Tip number 2, make sure that your group head is warmed up alongside your portafilter, and then it's ready to go. The temperature of the group head will be determined by the beans that you've chosen. If you're using light roasted beans, then you're looking at a brew head temperature of about 92 degrees because it's light roasted coffee that is brewed at a lower temperature to extract as much complex flavors out of it. Medium darker roasts are brewed at between 95 and 98 degrees, and you get a more balanced shot there. Depending on the machine, they will take different times to warm up. Heat exchangers such as this one will depend on the heat exchanger boiler size. This one is about 30 to 40 minutes if I'm not wrong. And of course, whichever machine that you're using, check your manual, check the instruction manual to see how much time is needed for the machine to warm up. Tip number 3, a standard double shot is what we call a 1:2 ratio. So you're looking at, for example, over here I have 18 grams of beans weighed, and when I will pull my espresso, when I do my extraction, I should get 36 grams out. The standard weight that you're looking to get is between 16 and 18 grams. You weigh that and the output should be the double of whatever you've inputted there. So 16 grams, 32 grams output, 18 grams, 36 grams output. Tip number 4, when I will pull my espresso shot, I will look at my first drip of coffee to start dripping at 6 seconds, and the output that I want. So for example, over here I have 18 grams of beans. My shot should finish extracting between 25 and 30 seconds, where I end up with 36 grams of espresso. Tip number 5, to make sure to get to the parameters that I explained in the previous tips, you have to make sure that your machine is brewing espresso at 9 to 10 bars. For that, you have to use a blind basket, put it into your portafilter, plug it into your machine, turn up the lever, see what pressure you're getting to. Tip number 6, make sure that your grinder is dialed in. Over here with this grinder, if you go to the right, if you turn the dial to the right, you're grinding your coffee finer, which means smaller particles. If you grind to the left, that means coarser. Before adjusting the settings, make sure that you go to the 0 point. To do that, turn on the grinder and go to the finest setting until you hear the burrs touch, but don't let them touch for too long. That's not good for your health of your burrs. Now I'm at the 0 point. Now I can either go as coarse as I'd like. This is good for the house blend that we have at our showroom, and I can now put some beans in, grind my coffee, prepare my puck, and brew my espresso. Tip number 7, make sure to prep your puck well. You want to make sure that when you pull the espresso, water flows evenly through your portafilter and extracts your espresso in a balanced way. Water shouldn't flow fast on one side and slowly on one side. For that, you want to make sure that your ground coffee is evenly spread on your portafilter and you tamp it with enough pressure. Of course, the tamped puck needs to be completely flat. Tip number 8. Here I have a heat exchanger where I can brew espresso and steam milk at the same time. Usually, standard practice, we brew espresso and then steam milk. But if you have a single boiler espresso machine, brew espresso, put it here at where it's warm, it's the cup warmer. Wait for it to increase temperature and is ready to steam the milk, and then you can go ahead. Tip number 9. Don't feel bad if you're not able to steam milk. It takes a lot of time and practice, and it depends on the espresso machine. Different espresso machines have different steam pressures, which will affect how you create the microfoam and you create the vortex and everything. So don't give up, just hang on and keep practicing. Tip number 10. Make sure to use a good milk frothing pitcher. What I really like about this one is that it's thick, so it's not gonna burn my hands while I'm steaming the milk and I get to the right temperature. Of course, you're looking at the shape and the angle of the milk frothing pitcher so you can be more confident while pulling latte art. I really hope that these tips that I gave you today will help you in your journey to learn how to brew great espresso. Of course, everything that I showcased here is available on our website. Don't hesitate to contact us. Say Jawad sent you. We'll get you a good discount, anything that you need. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.